need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. No problemo.
Hello, everybody. Hello. How's it going? Hey, DD Doug. How's it going out there? How you doing, my friend? What's up? Taco Tuesday. Just about over. And it's hot where I'm at. Really hot. And my AC decided to put her out. So I have no AC. And it's damn hot. What's up, Darth Haster? How's it going, my friend? Good to see you here. Topics? We don't need no stinking topics. No, sir. No stinking topics. Anyway, how is everybody doing out there? Welcome to the Insomniac Soup, where we talk about everything and we're going to offend everyone. At least we're going to try to, right, Darth Haster? We're going to try to offend everybody. What's up, Super Blubberpuss? Good to see you here, my friend. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I almost won tonight, and I. Some may think I looked at the chat. I never looked at the chat. I didn't. Songs I answered to, I knew. I was on the Hound Stars earlier tonight, and I was doing really bad, and then I came back at the end. And I still lost. So I hope I'll get to do that again sometime. As long as I ain't praying against certain folks. Oh, we'll see. We'll have to see what happens. But it's damn good to see you here. Great to see you. Pawn Stars? No, not Pawn Stars. Of course, it's my personality, but like an opinion that I don't. That's all right. Hey, Wookiee Supremacy. Good to see you. No sticky topics. No, we got no stinking topics here. We'll just talk about whatever, you know. It takes a lot of effort and brain power to think of a topic, let alone stick to one, right? Hey, there's Tim. What's up, Tim Talk? Everybody check out Tim's Talking on TikTok and check out Tim Possible or Tim's Talk on the YouTube here. We always talk about cool stuff and what's going on in the entertainment industry. So yeah, last night I got into talking about. Oh yeah, they postponed Maverick. At first it was okay. Originally it was supposed to come out June of 2020. Then it got moved to December of 2020. Then it got moved to July of 2021. Then it got moved to November of 2021. Now it got moved to May of 2022. So if you've been waiting to see Maverick, a Top Gun story, you have to wait till May because they think, for some reason, they got it in their little heads that it's going to make a lot of money for the studio. That being Paramount. You know Paramount? They're the ones that own the Star Trek and all the CBS and all that stuff. So they get the Paramount Network. One of your subscriptions that you may or may not have. Or you would be sharing with somebody. I advise share a subscription to Paramount. Do you hear that they're doing a live action piece? Live action piece on Netflix? No. I did not hear that, D-Day then. And Super Blubber says they have heavily delayed Mission Impossible as well, for probably because it came out first. Well, apparently they're not only they're shooting two of them like right away, so there's two Mission Impossibles, and Tom Cruise, the actor, you know, that guy Tom Cruise, who's in all these movies that we're talking about right now. He's like 59 years old. He'll be 60 soon. 60. Yeah. I was watching some YouTube channel that went into the antics of because he was in the military, and they wouldn't be doing. He was doing. Oh, they wouldn't do this for Top Gun Maverick, and by all means, Pete Mitchell. That's the who plays Maverick in Top Gun / Maverick. Would really be he should be an admiral, retired. So, I guess there was some convention and they did a test 13 minutes of, and it was like has nothing to do with Top Gun, and it's like, and this guy was just saying, no, you guys, no, you just leave that stuff out of it. Anyway, I liked solid previews and I liked it. But now that I heard the synopsis, I'm like, we're heading for a dumpster fire, folks. It's going to go down in the burning flames. Will it go to Wokeville? Will it surpass $1 billion mark? I don't know. I don't think it's going to pass anything if they keep delaying it, right? Hey, sci-fi guy. Yeah, Top Gun as Nick Summer. Yeah, and Mission Impossible 7. Is that? Oh my gosh, is that they're on Mission Impossible 7 already? I think there's 7. They were shooting 7 and 8 together or something, so they could have one come out, I guess, next year. So Tom Cruise is going to have 2 movies next year because he's got to be a movie star. He's got to have. Oh, I can't have all this time without movies in the theater. Doesn't matter if they're not in the theaters or on streaming. I can't see them, right? I used to like Tom Cruise, and then there was that video that leaked of him yelling at the people because they weren't wearing masks during the COVID. But the COVID thing's still going on because it's here to stay, and it ain't going nowhere because, interactive, I think they're conspiracy theory. They're inactively spreading it. And good to see you here, sci-fi guy. Sci-fi shifty. You've changed your. Is it shifty jism? Shifty is. How do you pronounce shifty? Shifty-gasm? Shifty-gasm. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I said that was sci-fi guy. They backyard filming torch tough but tougher because of the pet. Yeah, I know. Bloody pandemic. What you gonna do? You try? Am I trying? No, I'm not trying a William Shatner impression. I was just being silly because that's what I like to do. When I'm talking to you guys out there, ladies and gals, and every guys and gals, boils and ghouls out there in Chatland. What is it? Let's see. Shifty Gizm. Okay. Like Gizmo. Okay. Gizm. Okay. Shifty Gizm. Okay. Thank you, sir. I will work on that pronunciation. But don't go putting me down like old Hilder because I get your name wrong. I will work on it though, kind sir. As usual. It really sucks not having AC. It's like 88 degrees in my apartment because it's really hot, and the AC was working all day yesterday, and now it's not. I don't know what happened. Thing is, I've been living in this damn apartment complex for. When was 2009? Since 2009, December. And they never take care of the property. And since we've been here for like ever, like 3 owners, and I don't know if I'm just gonna only hope that they will fix it for us. Why don't you get a window unit? Because the window that we have is a big. Well, the one in the bedroom here is like big. It's like a bigger than an 85-inch TV, and then the one in the living room I could probably get, but I don't know. That's another. I don't know how much those things are. Quite expensive, but that would be ideal if I can find one reasonable. But it's only going to be hot here for midway through. It should get cooler towards the end of this month. So Won't have to endure the heat for very much longer. Hey, Bone, good to see you. Just leaving a like before you go to bed. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. As always, check to make sure you're subscribe to me because sometimes YouTube is tricky and they like to well they like to be YouTube. Be a constant pain in the content creator took us. Got a nice smart Wi-Fi for a good piece. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, there he is, Carl Albanese. Good to see you. Hope everybody is well as can be. Yes, and he says, "Hail, Kuroga." If you don't know what Kuroga is, if you're subscribed to our dear friend Vertebrae 5, the evil ruler of Kuroga, and the evil dictator of Kuroga. You know Kuroga? I don't know. It's like a small territory in New York. Tell him, yeah. Go make sure you tell him that, Carlo, that I said it's a small territory of New York. I don't think Kuroga's all that big. I think it could easily be overthrown. Oh, no. It's good to see y'all here. Let's see. What shall we? What madness shall we get into, chat? What shall we talk? What's on everybody's minds? What's going on? Do I have to look up current events to see what's going on in the world? I don't know. Let's see. Entertainment news. Let's see. Entertainment news. Oh, let's see. The Exorcist returns. What? Oh, is that a? Wonder if they're talking about a TV show. Faith and Family. The Exorcist returns. Patricia Heaton. Patricia Heaton. What? How old is this? I don't know, but I'm not gonna look at that anymore. Kuroga is like a lake in New York. You think? Okay. It's a sub. Isn't it like a sub? It's more like a subdivision, I think, Carlo. I don't know. Where you have it, where you live is it's like isn't it called like a little village or town? I don't know. They call them here. We call them towns. I think you over there across the pond you call them villages, right? So you live in a small little village, right? I don't know. Here we call them towns. Towns, little cities. To stop the way. It's a little town, part of a bigger city, but a little town of its own. You know, like in Phoenix, it's like the fifth or sixth. I think fifth largest city in the U.S. now. You have Glendale. You have Glendale. You have Goodyear, Tullison, all part of the great big area. Chandler, you have all these little places. Tempe, and they're all part of the. Well, anyway, it's big. It's big and polluted, and the air quality is bad. The air, but I think you can get homes in the Phoenix area for about $300 to $500,000 on average. You know, it used to be like get them in the $100,000 ranges to buy a house, but I think now the average is like starts at like 200,000 and goes up from there. It's getting quite expensive to live in Phoenix. How expensive is it to live in your city, and do you like it? Do you want to leave there? I have places I would want to go, but you know, some of them are more higher end. If I definitely want to get out of this heat. It's so damn hot. I want winter and seasons again. Yes, I prefer it with like winter and seasons again. Here we do not have them. So, you know. Inflation. Hey, there's Darius Munchausen. I think you're during your own broadcast, aren't you? Scream sniping me. What's up, Darius Munchausen? Good to see you, sir. I'm good to see you. You're amazing. You're amazing. Stop. Darius Munchausen, folks. Go check out Darius Munchausen and his channel, where he's Random Proxy live now. I'm not telling you to leave this stream, but I'm giving you your options because you're allowed and it's free country. Last time, but here's a question for you. How much longer will we be in a free country? With idiots, with the fucking idiots. I'm sorry. I might get a little political, folks. I'm sorry. I might get a little political. I'm not liberal. I really don't identify with either party. I'm more of an independent, but the the people running our country are fucking morons. I don't care, YouTube. Strike me down. Do whatever. The people running our country are fucking morons. They embarrassed our country. They embarrassed our military. Other countries are taking deep looks at America and then say, those Americans are so... The American leader is so stupid. He left millions of dollars of equipment for the Taliban. A terrorist regime we've been fighting for 20 fucking years. I'm so goddamn agitated at those fuckers. All I could tell you, boils and ghouls, I didn't vote for that party. I'm totally against that party. I voted for the guy who was already there. You know, the Donald, Mr. Orange Man. But he was my president because he's the one I voted for. He's still the one I choose to go for. And in 2024, I will, if he is going to be there, I will vote for him again. Because this country doesn't need an absolute dumbass at the helm making decisions. You don't got one, you got a whole fucking administration. You know? That's just the way I feel. It's just the way I feel. D-Dick says it's the same way. Amen, Brother Warrior. Amen, Brother Warrior. Taliban now has more. Yeah, I know. than Australia. I know, and that's horrible. And sadly, Carlo, if we won't we can't have Arnold Schwarzenegger as the president. We couldn't have you, but you wouldn't want to be an American politician. It's dirty. You have to get your hands dirty. And are you up to the task of getting one's hands dirty? You know, I'm not a politician, but if I were, boils and ghouls, I'd throw my hat in the ring. Only after Trump, you know. And maybe I could be Trump's running mate. Maybe he could be Trump's running mate if he wants one. Hey, Donald Trump, I'll be your running mate, sir. Yeah. By that time, I'll be well into my 50s. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be a senior then. Be over the 55. By the time 2024 comes around. Hey, there's Bruce Lombardo.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, Mr. Jedi?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. Good. How have you been?
Oh, all right. How you doing, sir?
Into the paint desk.
Yeah. Awesome.
How was your day, man?
My day was great until my AC stopped working.
You live in Arizona?
I am in Arizona. I got the windows open and I got 2 fans blowing on me, and it's still hot. It's like 88 degrees in my apartment, even with the fans blowing. I mean, it would be unbearable without these fans, you know.
Hey, Carl. Hey, Darius Munchausen, how you doing? Mr. D-Day.
Yeah. Hopefully soon you'll be in a million hour. How is that going to be, Carlo Albanese? How are you gonna manage that task? Have you been crypto mining there, Carlo Albanese? Are you a crypto miner? 88 miles per hour? No.
You got a DeLorean, do you?
That's the speed it takes to get into the past, future, present, whatnot. Or you could get a train, you know. If Doc Brown, he made a train. After DeLorean was thrown, he made a train time machine. It's like, that kind of defeats the purpose. Why did he build a second time machine? These are questions. Don't necessarily have to be answered, but it makes you wonder, folks, doesn't it? Yeah, right? D.D. Doug says he's too young for a president, but I am, because it'd be 35 and 30 staffing. Well, you could be part of the if you wanted to. I don't know. Politics are dirty.
Yeah, Doug. I'd rather see you be a businessman, Doug.
Yeah. I would definitely need to bring manufacturing back to America. Let's make Made in America mean something again. I mean, why do we have to have every little thing made somewhere else? Let's put Americans back to work. I mean, this I believe conspiracy theory, and this thing called the COVID. Yeah, that was brought on by the CCP. You know, come on. It was manufactured, folks.
Did you see
Just
the
like-
news today?
I don't watch news.
Okay.
I
Well-
have glances. I will occasionally. I will look at my Facebook feed, or Twitter, or Instagram, and that's usually all the news I need because right there, and then it's also on YouTube. So
Well, there's a lot of documents that came out today illustrating that Mr. Fauci actually did help orchestrate getting money to a certain building in Wuhan, which does virology studies, and he's responsible for it. And so he lied to Congress 3 months ago to Rand Paul. So we're going to see if we're going to be a nation of laws or a nation of crony capitalism and backroom deals. Now, my money's on the latter because there's too many pieces of shit that are still alive that don't need to be. And what would we do with those pieces of shit if you had your way, Bruce? Well, we'd make some ditches and then we'd bury them.
yeah. Most definitely. Oh. Oh, okay.
That paint is not thick enough.
What do they do? The same flu in many. Well, I know. You know, I went to make an appointment with my primary care physician today, and it was at applicable time, and I get this recorded message saying, "We are not accepting," or it was something like, "We are not accepting," or at this time we can't do this right now, or something. I'm like, what the shit? I have this number to set up an appointment, and I can't even do that. I can't even consult my doctor or physician because they won't. Their phone system is stupid. I guess I'll try again tomorrow, but it's just aggravating when they something that does that. You know. You think he wanted Biden? Trump was doing too well. Yeah. Well, he's a better president. Joe Biden and his entire administration is a fucking embarrassment to this country. What do you think, Bruce?
Trump is by far a better administrator, a better deal maker, and a better man than we will ever see out of Joe Biden. Joe Biden, they've spoke the truth so many times about him, but it's always been swept under the rug because
I know
people think that that's not who he elected, right? And you got Barack Obama saying, "Don't underestimate Joe's ability to fuck shit up." That's a quote. That is a direct quote.
Yeah. And you see him on screen, and he just looks like a Nick. He come across as a Nick and Boop. You know, somebody's pulling the strings. He's not in charge. Others are in charge.
Neither him nor
he's
Kamala
just
are
the
in
voice.
charge.
He's just a voice.
Just a figurehead.
Yeah,
Puppet.
I know.
We already know who the puppets are, the puppet masters are. Barack Obama didn't buy a house in Arkansas or Utah or California. He bought a house in Washington, D.C. to preserve his legacy. He's the one that's coordinating with the former head of state, the head of the State Department. What was her name? She's another person that could be considered a POC, like Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name.
Yeah, well, everyone that I see who speaks on their behalf they just, I scream every time I see them. I literally scream. It's like, idiots! 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 And other countries are looking at America and laughing. I mean, the ones who don't like us. And there's several of those out there.
Let's see. Not Eric Holder, not Gary Locke, not Bob Gates, not Arnie Duncan or Stephen Chu. Stephen Chu's a piece of shit. He's an old Department of Energy sector guy, but he never drove a car, so he didn't have to worry about filling up a gas tank like the rest of us people.
DJ Doug says, though I think Trump left on purpose, I think that it was a plan to have them expose themselves, then cleans house, so-called during the swamp, so-called draining the swamp, just give them enough rope to hang themselves. Yes, D-Day Doug. Oh, jeez.
I was looking for Susan Rice. She's the person. She was the person that Obama is using right now. He's got her tapped.
Believe the it doesn't matter. People believe the liberal media. No, I don't choose to believe them. I don't choose to believe. That's why I don't watch the news. There's only one news that's there's a few news that tell the real story. Fox is one of them. There's some good stuff coming out of Fox. There's this other one that can't think of it. Got a YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to. That's quite good. I don't watch them enough because it's so disappointing. And it's kind of hard not to be stressed when this shit's going on in the world right now, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I know you're trying to get yourself set up for a vaccine appointment. I wish you the best if that's what you want. I mean,
I'm just trying to consult a physician first.
Yeah.
And I can't even do that. As of yesterday, when I tried, I couldn't even do that because the phone system and the system that I walked through to get set up an appointment wouldn't even let me. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, what do I do now? Keep on calling until they do? Until it is available? You know? Because literally, you go through the messaging system, and eventually you get somebody. But the recording said, at this time this option's not available. Some shit like that. Like, what the hell is the point of calling? And then I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll either have to find some other way to see but that's my primary, and it's a clinic. I go through a family healthcare clinic. Most of the times I consult with a nurse practitioner instead of an actual doctor. Oh. And nowadays, instead of live face-to-face meetings, they want to totally do a consultation over the phone. They want to see you in person. You know, the only way. And I really hope it doesn't come to. We won't even see you at the hospital unless you get that damn vaccination. Then all freedom is out the door. Where you no longer live in a free country. You know, if you're going to have to show that you've been vaccinated to get a job, and they're talks on eliminating unemployment. Welcome to America, the shit show. That's how I feel. Yes, welcome to America. Give me your tire and give me your pour. We don't fucking care because the people that run this country are a bunch of fucking morons, idiots. All right, too much for so we need to move on from political.
What have you been watching lately? What have you been entertaining yourself with lately?
I either watch action movies or comedy movies. I was actually been watching. Well, I just recently revisited. I watched season 1 and 2 of The Boys, and I'm like, I hope there will be a Boys season 3.
I haven't seen season 2 yet, so I can't.
I enjoyed both seasons very well. I mean, very good show, and I took a dip into the Hammondale's Tale I watched the first episode, just the first episode so far.
Have you seen Invincible?
Is that a TV show?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's a cartoon.
I saw it. It came up in my suggestions. I just haven't watched it yet.
I think if you watch that, you're going to really like it. There is a little bit of woke bullshit in there.
Yeah.
But I think it's part of the story, not intentionally trying to rub our face in shit. But it is a very good show.
DJ Doug says they're giving you a warning at your current job. It's strongly advised that if you get the vaccine, it's a matter of time before they say you have to get the vaccination or you don't work. I know that's part of the shit show that this country and that all my feelings go back to that. You know, I can't prove it. But I believe there's foul play at work, you know. That this is entirely manufactured and put out there. This is a phase of, I don't know what, New World Order, maybe.
Well, Super Blubberpuss, there's that character Amber, and she provides the majority of it, and that's why I was okay with the show, because she's not the main focus, thank God, and more so, the main character, after he reveals to her, I'm a superhero, she's like, yeah, I already knew that, but you're not making any time for me. She acts like a total cunt. So, like, the show made her a super woke bitch that everybody wants to just see her get hit by a building or a falling anvil or an Acme piano or something.
Yeah.
It's a real
Oh.
good show. And there's another girl that she's actually a superhero that
Mhm.
Invincible gets along with, and you could see it where they would make a good couple. But because of all the events and story in the first season, you will not get much reward.
Hmm. It's been since 2012 since they forced us to give 20. You've been there since 2012, and now they're forcing you to get the vaccination for sure, or quitting. Oh, if they, yeah. I hope it doesn't come to that, D-Day, Doug. You know. But some serious changes are coming. I mean, that it shouldn't. It should. You know. Why and why are we do? Why are they doing this? Because this variants. Well, let me tell you. I think those variants were also. They're also manufactured and put out there. You know, come on. Wake up, people! Open your eyes. This.
What if the variants are just randomized, generated by vaccinated persons in groups of, like, say, 10 or 15 in a concentrated space or more when they exhale?
Yeah.
It's just a thought. And I'm not saying that's how it is happening. That's how the mutations are going. But it just feels like that because we're being shoved. Get the vaccine, get the vaccine, get the vaccine. That's all I ever hear on the radio. It's safe. It's proper. And then I read, Pfizer wants you to get a booster shot as soon as you get your second shot. Pfizer wants you to take a twice daily pill. In Israel, if you don't have your third shot within a specified amount of time, they're starting to treat people like they're not even vaccinated with the first two shots because they're having such a huge explosion of numbers. After today's news, it would be very funny if something happened and the Mossad came over and kidnapped Anthony Fauci. Oh, wait, did I say that aloud? Oops.
Yeah, Carlo, don't worry about it. I can still see it in the StreamYard. Just trying to look where you were. So, Super Public was it was okay. I think okay. It says the comment that was deleted accidentally. It was an accident, folks. Same with my doctor. I had a headache, and they said that he had to see me over the phone. The virus, their excuse of doing nothing yet, collect paychecks. Yeah, I know it's incredibly aggravating, for sure. The flu shot is a booster for the variants. It very well may be. It very well may be. Unfortunately, I might, if I stay on my choice of not getting the shot, I don't know what I'm going to do. But then again, most places require to get a job are requiring that you have it. So They're cutting us off at every turn. Uh, I think it's the rich get richer type of thing. You know, only the super wealthy will benefit because they're saying now that us peasants, us lesser folks who work every day for a living, those rich folks standing in their nice white houses up on the hill, have never worked a hard day in their life. They don't have callus on their hands. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see these hands have. You could see. I wish you could. I don't know. The camera won't focus, but you can see. Somebody who's worked hard in the living. Even if when you wash your hands, you usually can't. There's certain markings on the hand palm here. That signifies that we've had hard labor work, and I've gotten to the point, and now they're saying they won't even hire us or take us if you don't have that thing, and you have to have an ID for it. Freedom is gone. It's gone out the window. America, the dream of America, is gone. It's just gone. The South might rise again, or not the South, but might rise up with the right people to fight the powers that be. If I have to, because I didn't sign up for this shit. I was just born here, and someday some rich assholes up on the hill decided to make a deal with the devil, our enemies, the Chinese communists. I could say this shit, folks, because I'm not monetized. Don't care if I ever will be, but hey, I'm here. Until they shut me down, shut me up, I have voice, and I will speak it. I will speak my mind, boys and ghouls, lads and gents, lads and ladies. No holds barred here on the soup. They're pushing the population control. Yeah, I know. Right, Super Bubblepus? The South is ruining the country. They are slave drivers. Yeah, well, I didn't mean it in that sense. There'll probably be a civil war. Those are the good folks against the politicians and the rich.
I don't see the rich really getting into it that much. I mean, if you threaten their level of comfort, anybody's going to get into it. But I don't see a lot of people trying to endanger themselves while they've got investments, while they've got things working. It would have to take something big, whereas the poor are wonderful activists. I mean, the only good thing about Antifa is that you're seeing a dedication from people to where they're out rioting, they're out protesting at least. The rest of us are concerned about, I hope Amazon puts on this show soon, or I hope this happens. I hope they don't ruin Star Wars for us.
Oh, too late. They did that already.
But I will say that I admire the people of Antifa for one reason. They go out there in numbers and they achieve terror. I'm not saying that I admire them. I'm saying that I respect them for the fact that they have made themselves a threat to Western civilization. Unfortunately, the rest of us have yet to wake up to that. And that pisses me off.
Yeah. Carlo, it has gotten that bad here. It really has.
I'm not trying to butter it up for you, Carlos.
No. I mean, how's life in the UK there, buddy? I imagine not too much greater. I don't know what's going on over in your neck across the pond there. This has shown what people country really like. Democrats control all the big cities and the decline and all about the slavery and fascism and racism. Yeah. Maybe Super Boba Press, maybe, perhaps. Uh-oh. Who's...
Yes, Super Blunder Puss. I agree with that.
Antifa are fascist and fascist terrorists.
Well, they are.
Yeah. Agreed. Not too bad. London is having a hard time, but they always do. Around here, it's not bad. Mostly back to normal. Well, that's wonderful for you.
If you guys wouldn't have hired Sadiq Khan as your mayor, you'd be in a lot better shape.
Who? As a mayor?
The mayor of London.
Mayor isn't a prime minister? Isn't that called a prime minister?
No, the mayor of London's a pile of shit. He's the one that got rid of all the knives from the law-abiding people. The ones that are pieces of shit that go out and stab people in public, they're not going to give up their knives.
No. No. Well, they already took away their guns. I mean, but you can acquire a gun legally. Where's my glasses? I don't have any. I don't have any. I need to get some. And I can't get an appointment because they won't take me. Yeah, I have this little card. I have a little number to call on this card to set up my appointments. You know. Go to this place called MCH Healthcare. And they're not so good. Then again, I don't spend much time there, and I try not to go to them that often. You can't get an eye exam over the phone. No, you cannot get an eye exam. That's absolutely true. That's fact. That is fact, Super Bubba Puss. I know. Though, you know, William Churchill said the fascists of the future will call themselves anti-fascist. No joke.
Yep.
Says D-Day Doug. That's a good one. D-Day.
Exactly the truth.
Yes. I hate this heat. I can't. There's the thing. I love this place is so bad. This apartment place where I'm living in. They love to get the rent, but they won't when you need help and they need something done. It's like run by idiots, just like the country. Like it's just so aggravating. Do you use those pieces in the games that you play? You play?
When I get them painted up, I do. When I get them painted up, I will.
Do you what's the one you're working on right now?
This model that I'm working on right now looks like just a little female swordsman or swordswoman. Trying to get all the gaps of paint filled in here and get it to where she's ready for second coat and accoutrements. What's your hobby, Bill? You said you like to watch a lot of TV, or do you play computer games, or?
Well, I do game, but I'm not much. I game when I feel like it. So
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like gaming. Sometimes I don't. Like if I don't want to watch something, I'll game. And so I play. I play the Call of Duty games or RPG games like let's see. I can't think of it. Darksiders. Darksiders is one of them. Yeah, I enjoy it. I want to get more into that. And I hope if I ever get my computer system that I want to build, I'll be able to do more gaming, other stuff. Yeah, I'm very limited to what I can do on this old electronic device here. But I like, and it's something I haven't done in a while. I haven't gone to go hiking or fishing, And then, of course, I enjoy going bowling. So I miss bowling in leagues. So I want to get back into bowling in leagues, but I'm maybe I should look into that. I just haven't, and I used to have a bowling alley right down the way from me, and then they closed it, and it's because their city bought it or something, and it's going to be a place where they're going to store records and whatnot. But they still got. I was driving by there the other day, and they still have the bowling. I guess the bowling alley. They didn't take down the marquee. Which is weird. Oh, don't worry about it, D-Day Doug. Autocorrect, it happens. It happened, my friend.
You knew who he was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you ever bowl? You ever go bowling?
When I was younger, I was in the league. Had a 270 game. I had a game of 270 once. That was kind of a heartbreaker. It's a couple bowls away from getting 300.
Well, here's a true story. It was in was it 2007, 2008? I was bowling in a league, and it was a kids league, but it didn't mean it was the only one that offered a free bowling ball, and it was a marble ball. So I got a free bowling ball out of it. And I got the Hulk. But it's got Iron Man and Thor on it too. So, and I bowl a 15-pounder, so I like my balls like heavy, 15 to 16 pounds.
Last ball I threw was 14. That was the last time I bowled.
Does the mic work? Yeah, it works. I just haven't used it. I use sound should be coming out of this.
We're hearing you pretty good. I'm hearing you
okay.
pretty good.
Okay. Let's see. Audio. Yeah. It's a USB mic. So sometimes it's on the other side of my head here because it's got an arm that swivels, and I've actually been wanting to get a better mic or do another way, so we're going to have raised levels in it. But that'll be for the future Jedi Bill. You can't get yours to work. You can't. Oh, yeah. It works. I just don't use it because I use the other one. I never have, But I think it works. I just got to get the computer to accept it and whatnot. And I got to go into all the mic settings. I've never occurred because I've had the USB mic the whole time. Didn't I have a Blue Yeti? No, I never had a Blue Yeti, Darth. Welcome, Darth Haster, by the way.
Hail, Darth Haster. How are you today, sir?
Were you? I think you were gaming earlier, weren't you, Darth? You usually game on Tuesday nights. Everybody subscribe to Darth Haster. If you're not subscribed already.
The game I've been playing a lot lately is Quake. They re-released it about 3 weeks ago while I was in the hospital. So the first night I got home, Friday night, after I got done painting a few figures, I booted it up and started enjoying the game in 4K. I'm like, no, I don't need it in 4K. Because really 4K hurts my eyes. 1080p is great for me.
Yeah. I've never seen, I've seen on some monitors what 4K looks like. But yeah, 1080 is pretty sharp, And Darth says he'll be playing some video. Is it doing a video game stream tomorrow night, Darth?
The original Quake.
Darth says, let's play Quake.
Yeah, the original Quake. They re-released it. If you've got an account with GOG or Steam, it's been updated already. You just have to boot it up. You've got 2 new adventure modules, which are probably another 10 hours of play. Single player. Mm-hmm. You've got multiplayer maps. You got everything. I've got it. I've got my account on Steam. Add me to your Steam list. That's my handle. I've had that handle for years and years and years. It's remastered. All the Quakes that they've been on Steam run on GOG are fucking remastered now. So, like, if you want to play with somebody that's on PS or Xbox or Switch, it's got crossplay. That's the remastered version. It's fucking great. The only thing I haven't done yet is boot up multiplayer. Been playing with bots, getting used to the maps again. God, it's been forever since I played the multiplayer. But it's great. It's a great game. Oh my god.
Sorry, folks. I had to run away to the restroom for a moment.
You're good, buddy.
Yeah. Oh my god, first Command
Oh,
Conquer.
Free Space 2, Carlo. Dude. Such a good game.
Been looking for someone that likes to play that. Cool.
Hold on.
Yeah. No worries.
I'll boot up my team real quick and accept Dorothea Pastor.
Good God, it's hot. I hate not having the AC work. This sucks. I'm gonna see what the weather is.
What's the temperature over there?
I'm gonna find out. It's 84 outside. And it's 84 degrees outside. And the humidity is at 55%. Yeah, it's hot. When the humidity's up like that, it's really hot. So it's probably like 88 or 90. I have got to go look at the thermostat, which is on the other side of this wall here. It's probably like 88 in here, and even though the fans are on me, it's still. Oh god, I miss having the AC work. I had it set to about. Okay. I normally have it set to 78, but when Nina's gone, I have it at 76, 75 maybe. That's an appropriate temperature that I like. I actually like when it's like 72 or 70. Those are the sweet spots. And in between 68 and 72. Those are the sweet spots. It's like, I can't wait for the winter. And I definitely want to be in a climate where it is about 70 something, around 73 or cooler. This time of year, Colorado might be, I think, the place I want to go to in Colorado, my hometown, Broomfield, Colorado, just outside of Denver. Let me see what the temperature is.
I think we're at 72 degrees inside the apartment here.
That's nice.
Well, I mean, this is South Texas. We're almost as bad as Arizona.
Oh, yeah. My hometown of Broomfield, Colorado, 63 degrees right now. Oh, that would be nice. with only 38% humidity. That is a lot more doable than 84 with 55% of humidity.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was 84 and 55% humidity, so it's hot. We're only that way because we're still in our monsoon, and our monsoon won't end until like mid-October. So, yeah. You don't like Twitter?
I got booted off years and years ago.
I still use the Twitter. The Twitter. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet. Just like JJ. You think there's a storm? Is Darth Aster 80? Oh. I can tell you. Let's see. Let's find you on the Twitter. There you are.
All right.
At Darth. Yeah.
All right.
You think you're? Oh, you're okay. That's Steam. Okay. Is that Steam? That's a game place, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know all those gaming things.
Steam is a really good system because you can not only buy games off of it, but you use it as a multiplayer hub.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a one-stop shop, in my opinion.
Now, is it an app or is it a website?
It's a PC thing.
Okay.
It is an app for your phone so that you can use to buy for your PC at home.
Yeah.
It's not for iOS or Android. It's for PC. So you can use your phone to buy games, and if your PC is on at the time, it'll just start to download it at home, which is neat.
Oh.
D-Day, Doug.
What's the proof surprise if you be caught booted off? Twitter followed the former President James Woods, John Voight. Haven't touched it in years. I wouldn't know. I've never seen a celebrity on. I've never seen a celebrity on Twitter. Just other YouTubers, and I don't consider any YouTuber a celebrity. Even if they have a big channel, I just call them bigger channels because they have bigger subscriber counts. I don't view any of them as celebrities. They may think they're celebrities because they have egos, you know. They're not celebrities. They're just same as me, you know. They just have more. That's all. PewDiePie, he's the most famous YouTuber there is. Been there from day one.
PewDiePie?
Yeah, PewDiePie. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does have some celebrity status, so I'll give him that. But really, he's just got more larger subscriber count. He's been doing it longer than most of us have. We're all just late in the game, you know. but we're here. We're leaving our footnote in history. But then again, if once yeah, what on one of the science channels like 10 years after humans go extinct, or it's kind of a what if scenario when humans are extinct. How long does everything keep perpetuating? I think 5 years without human contact, any server farm of information will just, I don't think the power will stay on past 5 years without any humans controlling stuff. They released the anniversary of what? What they released the anniversary of what?
The 25th anniversary of Quake.
Okay.
Whenever they released it about 2 weeks ago, he bought it. I've already had Quake for like 10 years. That was the first game I ever bought on Steam when I got a Steam account.
Well, I keep on looking out for a PlayStation 4 because I got an Xbox. If I got a PlayStation 4, the game I can game 2 ways into Twitch and even YouTube if I
Quake is
get a
crossplay.
PlayStation 4. Huh?
Quake is crossplay on all platforms now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Switch, PS, and Xbox.
Yeah. There was I just joined a tech channel. They were giving away a you have to enter or become a channel member or something. But they're giving away a graphics card. I was like, damn, why did I have to pay all my bills first? Oh yeah, because that's what we do. We pay our bills first.
I think about that and I look at my laptop. I've got a gaming laptop from like 5 years ago, from 15, and it's still doing pretty good. I've got 32 gigs of RAM in it. Yeah, the card is only a 980M, but it's a laptop, so I can't expand in it.
Yeah. This channel was giving away a 3080-60 CPU graphics card. It's like super high end. I was like, damn it! I would love to win that because of building a PC, and then that and those are the most expensive components of a gaming PC. I got a case here that's ready to build a computer. I just got to get the rest of the components. I need a motherboard. I need a CPU, and the memory RAM. But I pretty much, I got the foundations of a gaming computer started. Quake was the first PC game you ever owned. Cool. I would definitely get into it. I could probably get up and do it. So, yeah. Quick version skin for get nostalgic. Cool. On the PS4, you say?
Yeah, they put the on Quake. They added at no additional charge Quake 64, so you can play Quake 64 just like it was, but on your PC or PS or Xbox. See, I still play Descent, and there's a new one called Overload. Came out like 3 years ago that I played a lot of that. And that was a lot of the people from Descent that they made that game. Overload's pretty good if you still thirst for Descent.
Ah,
It's a hard game though. I mean, you can beat it on the first few difficulty levels, but I always play on like normal or hot shot. Don't try that at home, kids. It's good. It's a great game.
this set is awesome. Cool. And you remember Forsaken? Is that a game or a movie? Because I think there's
Game.
both. A game. There's
The
a game and a movie.
Forsaken.
Okay.
That was a game that you test your PC on first, but it's like Descent, but instead of ships, you have like little motorbikes.
Ah, cool. Very cool. Sounds like an old PlayStation game I used to play called Jet Moto.
Forsaken is still got a small community of people that do mods. There's a graphical upgrade they did for it. This is a game that came out in PS1 era, and it was on PC as well. But
What's your question, Darth?
yeah. Yeah, there's still a community of people that play Forsaken.
Minecraft. Look at. Well, people are still playing Minecraft and Minecraft's still going strong. So is How long has Fortnite been going now? For a couple
5 years.
years.
5
years.
Now. It used to be a zombie kill game.
Really? It started out
Yeah.
as all zombie
The
kill.
beta was a zombie killer.
Ah, cool. Look how far they've come.
Yeah, Forsaken is still being played out there, which is actually kind of cool. I haven't bought it off GOG yet, but I'm going to sometime.
Okay, Darth. Just checking. Checking, brother.
I don't know what game I want to see them redo next. I'm happy with Quake. I'm so happy with Quake. I play it like an hour and a half to 2 hours a night.
I told Darth what game I'd like to see for any format, but was always best on PlayStation. Nightmare Creatures. I love that game. It was for the PlayStation 1. Yeah, I think. Yeah, PlayStation 1, Nightmare Creatures.
I remember that. Good game.
Yeah.
You know, I think between like 97 and 2012, I think that was like the peak gaming that we'll ever have. Because while the technology's continuing to get better,
Yeah.
games are coming out right now, nobody's got a hard on for at all.
Really?
No, I mean, look at what's going on in the chat right now. You got Carlos and
Yeah.
Darth Hacker talking about Quake right now. You got
I know.
people talking about we're talking about games that came out in '99.
Yeah. See that.
And while we do enjoy, our Fortnite sometimes or Minecraft, I just think that up until 2012, that was like peak elements where you had the right amount of inspiration and thirsty game designers that wanted to make $1 and people that had a dream to make a fun fucking game.
I have a game that was on the first Xbox system that I still love. Stubbs the Zombie.
I never played that one.
I love that game. It was funny.
My Xbox game
It
of
had a great
choice.
soundtrack too.
I'm a fan of Kung Fu Chaos.
Kung Fu Chaos.
Kung Fu Chaos is super cheesy and cutesy, but it's the game I love the most on Xbox. On the original Xbox.
Yeah.
You could get up to 4 people to play, and it was just a party game because you were just kicking everybody's ass and getting your ass kicked.
Killer Instinct was a PlayStation game. That was pretty cool. It came out the same year that Mortal Kombat the movie. 95? Yeah, 95. Killer Instinct.
Shadows of the Empire was one of the first 4 games for the 64. I just hated the way the controller was. If they would re-release that on PC, I'd probably play the shit out of it.
I had all the Nintendo Star Wars games. They had it was for the regular Nintendo, I believe, or the second variation of Nintendo. I think they were Star Wars games. I love those.
Carlos is a man after my own heart. He wants Free Space 2 re-released. One of the hardest space games I've ever played.
Age of Empires Remastered Command and Conquer. Quake now we need. What was that? And Super Puzzle love Shadows of the Empire. Or on the original Xbox system. Knights of the Old Republic. I think they had that on PC too, didn't they? Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep. I have the soundtrack for Shadows of the Empire. They actually made a soundtrack for a novel before it was like a game. Because when Shadows of the Empire came out, Lucasfilm wanted that to be like the biggest release in the Star Wars history for a non-movie or event. And so they made toys, they had a soundtrack, a video game came out later on N64. And it was just like a complete package. Like you had everything you could want. And then on the inside cover, like, you know, it's 1996 or 95, and you're like, what the hell? There's a soundtrack to a book, and it says, now before you go crazy and ask, why is there a soundtrack to a book? Think about it. Before we had movies so easily transportable and digestible by consumers, books were the primary form of entertainment. So it would be natural for music soundtracks to come out to favorite stories. It's a pretty cool package. Are you talking about Free Space 1 or Free Space 2? I mean, both of them I thought had good stories, but I love Free Space 2. Free Space 1 was just a little bit too much puzzly for me. Free Space 2 offered you the chance to kind of do your own way to solve each individual space combat.
Yeah.
Bill, do you have a Amazon or no? You have Amazon, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever watched a movie from 2006 called Slither?
Yeah, I own Slither.
Okay. I just saw it for the first time last week.
Matter of fact, I'll be doing the Slither watch party here coming up in one of my Buckets of Blood theater. Because that's what we do in the Buckets of Blood theater. Play horror movies. So yeah, it can get crazy come October. I remember there are same odds for. Can't figure out how to import them often. The game was when you were young. Ah,
Well, the developers were really swell people. They were out of Champaign, Illinois, and after a period of time, they released the FreeSpace 2 source code so modders could get into the guts of the game, design their own ships, design their own adventures. Yeah, I never played any of the mods, and I have the time to do it now while I'm waiting to get back to work. But really, I'd rather paint miniatures, unless we're going to be playing multiplayer Quake. Darth Asher's like, I'm in Quake right now. Come join me.
There you have love games. There are many story driven. Whatever they want. What's why you love the each ESO trilogy, Mass Effect games, minus Andromeda, and even the never even newer Detroit game had solid story. Okay.
FreeSpace 2, what I remember most about that when I played it was the four main actors that you dealt with are all alumni from the RoboCop 1 movie. Seriously, you had like Ronnie Cox and I think Miguel was in it. But the four main actors were all part of RoboCop Part 1. So you got a chance to enjoy their talents again. And the story to that game was just so good. It reminded me a lot of the Star Wars D6 games that a friend of mine used to run, because we used to play part of the Empire. But we weren't focusing on killing and destroying people. We were trying more or less just to keep a sector under control because of the just riots and everything else going on. And we had one part of the story where our GM that was running it, he had a huge part of the local enforcement, the local governors from the Empire. They just split from the Empire. They said, you're fucked. Now with everything going on, you're fucked. And we're like, what? And that kind of threw us for a loop because we'd been in the game for 6 months by that time, which in a tabletop game, 6 months is, a long time to get regular with your friends and play.
Right.
But our GM had Derek had some really good story elements, and he mastercrafted that entire campaign. I don't know what happened to him, but later on, I guess him and his wife separated. And he ended up being part of the 22, which means he was a veteran, and he's one of the guys that killed himself. 22 apparently die every day. We didn't know about the problems that were going on in his life, of course, till after the funeral. A lot of us were kicking ourselves, but we hadn't seen each other at the table for maybe about a year because his life, his schedule changes. That's the one killer of every tabletop game I know. Like, people get different work, and all of a sudden your regular game goes to shit. Well, Bob's not here anymore. Well, Bob and Timmy aren't here anymore. Damn it. D-Day Doug says, did you happen to catch the new cringe Cinderella movie with Pierce Brosnan? I haven't seen the movie itself. I've seen the trailer, though, and it's definitely cringy. Nope. I saw part of the trailer, and I skipped right past that. Miss me with that bullshit.
I know.
Do not.
You can, if you're on Prime or any length of time, you may or may have not seen the trailer.
Oh yeah, I skip right past.
The fairy godmother is a male, black male.
I saw that and I'm like, yeah, this is stupid. And I immediately bumped past it because the show on Amazon I've been watching the most lately is Grand Tour with Jeremy Clarkson and Jeremy May.
I hear Jack Ryan's supposed to be good.
Jack Ryan?
Yeah.
The first season I really liked. I did not like the second season so much. It felt like a wish fulfillment. And if you watch it, you'll kind of understand where I'm coming from. But it's about Venezuela. It talks about all the various problems in Venezuela in episode 1. And if you know anything about Venezuela, you're like, wait a second, that's false. Yeah, I'm not into the hate clicks like, everybody else that's begging for likes and subscribers. I mean, if you want to go for that, please go for it. Go for it. Go for it full bore. But I go for things I like. My time on this planet's going to be limited, even more so now that my lungs are fucked. But I want to watch things that I enjoy. I don't want to watch things that are going to be like Nerdrotic going, this movie was okay. That's all. It was okay. It was not great. It was okay. I don't feel like that.
Well, there's a handful of us. Well, if you're going to call yourself a YouTuber that's part of the game, pop culture, yeah. Everybody basically doing the same, reviewing and watching the same stuff. And everything, But, be you, do you. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing my own thing here. I just hope people enjoy the content.
That's
I do. I got a great return.
I love jumping on your streams, Jedi Bill, because you don't focus on the bullshit, dude. I mean, you'll talk about it, but that's not your main focus. Your main focus is just having fun with life.
Hell yeah.
From what I can see.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Gotta. Life is fleeting. And it may, life will kick our ass. And we just, if it knocks you on your ass, you get up, dust yourself off, rub it off.
Yeah.
Get back up. There's nothing, that's all I can do. And that's all I do. I bring the fun, and if I offend you, well, damn it, I'm doing something right.
Yep, Sybil, Miss Bunny offended us last night. That was fucking a great moment. I love her to pieces, but I wasn't expecting her to stick around as long as she did. God bless her. She's more sensitive than some. She's a sweet lady, but she stayed around.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no the wave of movies, big movie stars are gone. I mean, once the ones that are, and Tom Cruise is no offense, a movie star. I mean, yeah, he's been in it for over 30 years and whatnot.
What do you think
Man's
about? What do you think about Top Gun being set back?
aggravating, but ain't shit I can do about it.
No.
I do not see that. Not now. It just makes me not in a hurry to see your damn movie. I was wanting to see it. Now I'm like, I'll watch it when I watch it. You know. It's like when they Disney, you know, they put movies to rent, not to buy, to rent at $30 a pop on streaming services or platforms that you're already probably paying for. Out of their loving minds, greedy bastards. So I won't watch your crap, and I won't watch your crappy movie. I'll say this: HBO Max has been, I mean, they're hit or misses on the movies because with Warner Brothers. This next one that's coming up here next week, I think, with the new Western by Clint Eastwood. I think Greg Camacho or something.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want. It's Clint Eastwood, and it's a Western. Hell yes, I gotta watch that. I'll probably do a watch party on that. You know. Yeah, and Ghostbusters. I hope we're getting this November. Afterlife. Yeah, Cry Macho. Yeah,
Cry Macho looks fantastic.
yeah. It's a Clint Eastwood. You can't go wrong with Clint Eastwood. I mean, I haven't. About the only movie that he's ever done, fucking that I've hated, absolutely hated, Bridges of Madison County. I haven't even watched that one. I know of it, and I know it was a novel, but I will not watch that dumb movie. Sorry.
You're welcome. It's okay. I saw it for you.
Sure, you had to drag a girlfriend or a wife to it.
Bridges of Madison County came out in like '97. That's why you might not have heard of it there, D-Day Doug.
Was it that long ago? I don't even remember. I just know there was it's the one Clint Eastwood that I never get excited for. I like the older Clint Eastwood movies, like Geiger Section and, you know, Every Which Way You Can and Every Which Way But Loose. And all the westerns that he's done. I've only time's running out. I wanted to meet him, but I don't know if I'll ever get to. You know, especially with the COVID out there. The guy's so old already. What is he? 86. 10 years older than my old man, I think. That's okay. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. Based on a romantic novel.
It's one of those movies you watch with your girlfriend, and she's happy you spent time with her.
Right? Clint Eastwood is not, holy shit, he's 91. 91 years old.
Dude's a fucking
Born.
Chad.
May 30th, 19. What?
That dude is a fucking Chad. He's still making movies in
I
his
know.
90s.
Yeah. And he's 6'4", and he's got a son that's been acting in movies. Hopefully, some of his children will follow in his footsteps.
See, for the longest time, I always thought that Clint Eastwood was going to be the guy that he would reset Hollywood, but it didn't.
Yeah.
That didn't really happen.
Meatloaf is still alive. Yeah, but Meatloaf is much younger. Much younger than Clint Eastwood, that is.
would do anything.
How old is Meatloaf? And that's not even his real name. That's a stage name. Meatloaf the singer.
Yep, he's 73.
73, wow. 47. He's got a YouTube channel, Spotify, YouTube Music, Pandora. Clint Eastwood was a Command and Conquer Red Alert 2. I don't think so. Oh, Clint Eastwood, okay. What about Iron Maiden? I love me some Bruce Dickinson and Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden rocks! Yes, Run to the Hills. Absolutely. Good album.
I can handle more Iron Maiden. Didn't they just release a new album?
I don't know, Darth. You get this one. It's hard. They release albums a lot, so I don't keep up. But a lot of artists have released albums this year. Okay, have to put the CD in while you take son to school. Okay. All right, Carlo. New album, Shimajitsu from Iron Maiden.
Yep.
Senjutsu? Is that how you pronounce it, Darth?
Yes, that's the name of it.
Senjutsu.
Looks like a good movie. Good album.
Well, so many bands that been doing the same, they're no bullshit bands, they've been doing the same shit from day one, and those who like them, would just eat it up like candy.
Like AC/DC, they've never made a love ballad. AC/DC's never made a love song in their 50 years of playing together, which makes me fucking happy.
Well, there was that Mistress for Christmas. That's kind of a love ballad.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's kind of a love ballad, Mistress for Christmas. And a whole lot of Rosie. Don't forget a whole lot of Rosie.
I love a whole lot of Rosie.
But that could have multi meanings. So, like Bud, Herbal, a whole lot of Rosie.
D-Day Doug, I think that we all knew this was going to happen. once we got steamrolled out of Afghanistan. You can't say this is taking you by surprise, man. And if it's taking you by surprise, listen, it's not taking you by surprise.
I'm not surprised. I just didn't realize the country is handed over to a bunch of idiots who when they were in college and getting it where they got today were in boardrooms, and I've never seen real war or conflict or did they even care? I mean,
Biden doesn't care.
they should be held. They should be war criminals. I should be at work. You know what happens to war criminals and traitors? Bad execution should ensue.
We shouldn't be surprised about the development here.
We can't do without China, unfortunately. I can do without China. Sure.
I would be happy to do without China. Although I would like them to pay for my COVID time.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I've still got Fauci to dangle upside down too. Your fiance's in the Philippines? I don't think the Philippines is really on China's list. I mean, the Philippines is kind of like a little New Jersey, because the fucking leader of the Philippines is like, hey, if you want to help me kill terrorists, here's your gun. Hand out shit willy-nilly over there.
Yeah.
Pretty badass. The leader of the Philippines has no tolerance for people who want to be terrorists. So I'm pretty certain that China just wants to let that little island sit over there, do their own little thing. Taiwan's a nicer, juicier, fat bitch anyway.
Did you ever play Vampire the Masquerade?
Years ago.
How was that game? Was it pretty cool?
The tabletop game was fantastic.
I always wanted to get into it, but I never did. I always would go to the bookstore and I'd look through the books on that game,
The game was cool for a lot of reasons. It had great artwork. It was very evocative. It came out at a time where the hobby was willing to grow. Mm-hmm. And the demographic that the vampire game brought to the table was females. So instead of having a Sausage Fest D&D dungeon slog, you could have a table that was 50-50, or maybe even 60-40 females overpopulating men at the table. You could have that. It was easy to have. That was almost every table I went to for Vampire the Masquerade. As a 16, 17-year-old kid, that's like gold, because no other girl role plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the storylines for the various adventures were really good. They were actually stories. They weren't like a sandbox where eventually you win. A lot of times it was a kind of like a sandbox, but you tried just to stay alive because a lot of politics went on. And you tried to manage your cards you had in play, your resources. And if you didn't have a lot of resources, you would try to pair up with people, either non-player characters or others at the table. But the others at the table were just as eager to butt fuck you into a position to where you would have to be submissive just as much as the NPCs of the world. because that was the type of game it was. And as a high schooler, I wasn't prepared for that. But it was really a good learning experience as a DM and as a referee, and it taught me a lot of things about table play. A lot of games don't teach nowadays because they
Right.
pretty much want people to just have an automatic win situation. Sad.
Yeah, it is.
Later on, they added a lot more to the game, of course, as they will. That's just natural for any RPG. Like, the more books you put out, the more robust your system is, the more people are likely to embrace it, get involved with it, try to sell their friends on it. Look at all these books we can pull from, resources, build our characters with. And that was basically one of the strengths of the game, was just how rich the entire setup was, because you didn't have to play a vampire. You could play a werewolf or a mummy or a wraith.
Yeah.
Although wraith was just a really, like, if you read that and you had a Southern Baptist background, you would go home and like question yourself after a while. That was a deeper book than what I was anticipating for an RPG. Made you think of a lot of existential questions. But the storyteller system, the D10, was a great experience.
What's one game that you could tell me that's got a cross between knights, orcs, and like space? I've seen the miniatures, and when I go to that.
There's a few games that encompass all of that. They have the kitchen sink rule. I guess the first one I would talk about would be Rifts, which is set
Is
in
Warhammer one of them?
Warhammer's one, although Warhammer takes place in a few different timelines. So you have fantasy, then you have like the 40K sci-fi. The 40K sci-fi has a lot of magic and fantasy stuff elements in it. So you might just prefer that. And the lore for that is just a lot of fun. But the company that runs it, that handles all of it nowadays, they are super woke. And a lot of people are just kind of waiting for them to either collapse or kind of get new people to run the system, the company, because they're not doing their fans any favors. They've had problems on their forums for years, but now it's coming to the point where a lot of people just are tired of their shit. Because, like, you can't mention previous armies that they did back in first edition. They'll boot you off the forums for talking about space dwarves. It's a very weird setup that they have socially. And then worse yet, they're getting very, very woke on their social media. So it makes it to where it's kind of a toxic environment, and you don't want to even involve yourself. You're just like, I'll pass. The games are still played a lot. A lot of people still play the Warhammer game because it's what they do. They've spent $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 in it. They're not going to abandon it. But they're done being part of the online bullshit.
Yeah. Oh.
There was actually a list that came out like a week ago, and somebody in the middle or on the right compiled a list of all the major gaming companies, and they have 3 categories: green, which is not woke or apolitical; yellow, which is they concede sometimes, they've been the knee enough to where it's noticeable; and red, people that actively fucking hate you. Companies like Citadel and Games Workshop, WotC, Paizo are red. No matter what you think, they don't like you. They hate you. Unless you're willing to accept their new stupid gay agenda and, say their blue-haired Landwells are absolutely healthy and beautiful at 600 pounds.
Yeah.
They're not your friends.
Or them Twitch gamers who think they're above the law, who are TG furries that deargasm on live stream and then become the most hated person on Twitch.
Yeah, that dear girl. I don't know whatever.
Yeah. Oh. I watched that video now for laughs. I mean, I bet. Hopefully, she's not on the platform anymore. I mean, the thing is, she was so above everybody else.
I don't know if she's still part of Twitch. I don't have a Twitch account, and the main reason is the EULA. I'm not going to get involved with Twitch's EULA. I'm not going to get involved with a system that, if they get upset that I post on a bulletin board system that I hate Bob and Bob's got a Twitch channel, they can kick me off Twitch because I posted on another more private BBS. I hate Bob. I hate this guy. But that's part of their EULA. You can't say shit about other streamers, even though Twitch is a pile of shit for allowing boob streamers and hot tub streamers to ruin the entire platform. And ruin it they have. Unless you're like, a 12-year-old boy and you need to have baby's first porn.
Yeah. Oh, you could almost get that on TikTok. Every video there's the same video of some girl shaking her tits and ass for 60 seconds. And sometimes they pop right out at you, or they're wearing clothing that you can see right through. Like,
Carlo,
no, you know what, they don't know what they're doing, but
yeah,
they're doing it for clicks and views. I really weep for the younger generation. I'm sorry. I mean, it's really sad, you guys, poor guys. Although things ain't so great right now either, and they're not gonna. I don't know if they'll ever get back to being good.
Carlo, that reminds me of Gorka Morka, which was the Mad Max Orc miniature game. You had these vehicles that you would drive all over the blasted wastes and try to blow up the other tribes. You try to grow your own tribe, try to succeed and buy resources to make your tribe more powerful.
Yeah, TikTok is run by the Red Sun of China.
I think I'm going to have to snap the figure's legs off the stand.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm getting kind of tired, and it's we've gone 2 hours. I've done 2 hours here. So.
Hey, man, I had a great time talking to you.
Oh yeah, it's always Thank you for joining. You're always welcome here, sir.
The same,
Bruce. Yeah, everybody. Tomorrow night is Buckets of Blood Theater, where I'm showing The Collector, and then the following night will be another edition of the Insomniac Soup.
That's probably one of my favorite new horror films of the past 12 years.
The Collector?
Collector?
Oh, yeah.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I like it. That's the way I do it. Anyway, thank you, Super Blubber Plus, and everybody who's been here tonight. Darth Astor, Carlo Albanese, D-Day Doug. We'll be seeing you on the next one. Until then, take it easy, folks. Later. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Be well.